Hello, I'm a nostalgia gamer. I remember it so you don't have to. But no, seriously, the game is not even that old. Good evening, afternoon, or whatever time of the day it is in your part of the world, and tonight we are going back to Mechanicus. And yes, there was a bit of a funny typo when I was typing out the announcement on other servers. Today has been a bit of a long day, but hey, it comes out unintentionally funny, which is the best kind of funny in my opinion. Or at least on par with intentionally funny. And definitely above intentionally unfunny and unintentionally unfunny. Jeez, it's like a political compass of funny. There are, of course, methods to being funny, but that's a bit of another story. Speaking of, how about a short story before we begin, which has been written by storyteller Lemmy, inspired by the following bit of news. As many as 65% of Las Vegas's approximately 308,000 hospitality jobs are at risk of being replaced by automation in the next decade. So, let's set the scene while we are at it. Might even pick out some appropriate music for that, which is going to be... Sure, you know what, let's go with the Mechanicus OST for that one, because it is appropriate. I'll drop down the volume to this low and jump right to the third track. Now we can begin. In 2027, at the Sphere in Las Vegas, two rowdy teenagers, Jackson and Zayden, approach the concession stand. Jackson scoffs. Bro, I can't believe they finally brought My Dinner with Andre to the Sphere, bro. Oh, I know. Oh, bro, I know, Zayden says. It's gonna be sick. Oh, bro, I know. And when it gets to the part where he talks about Sanskrit and the root of a verb to be, oh, bro, don't even... And how it's the same as to grow? Zayden smacks his lips. Crazy, right? I'm just gonna lose it, man. Jackson shudders with full-body delight. I'm gonna be up out of my seat. I'm talking Howler Monkey mode, for real. For real, bro. For real. I'll get to watch it at the Sphere, bro, Zayden marvels. It's like the perfect venue for an understated 1980s dialogue-driven chamber piece on routine, transcendence, and finding meaning within the suffocating drudgery of the mundane. No cap, bro. A Tesla bot runs the concession stand. It waves at the teens who have been blocking the line for a solid minute. Hello, valued moviegoers. How may I help you? The bot repeats for the 5th time. Would you like to try some milk duds? Jackson lifts his chin up. Sup, Clinker? The bot chins back up. Sup? Watch this. Jackson backhand taps Zayden's chest. Alright, Clinker, we'll have a large popcorn. He cocks a brow. No paper clips. Zayden mumbles. Burn. One large popcorn. With great deliberation, the Tesla bot methodically retrieves the popcorn scooper, fills the scoop with freshly popped kernels, and dumps them into a limited edition Las Vegas Sphere exclusive My Dinner with Andre popcorn bucket. The bucket is in the shape of Wallace Shawn's distinctive bald head. You know, Zayden says, Wallace Shawn isn't just a great actor. Oh yeah? He's also a published essayist and an acclaimed playwright. Huh. He even had an amazing turn as a bipolar schizophrenic scientist named John Sturgis in Young Sheldon. The Big Bang spin-off? Yep. No shit. As the teens wait, an economically efficient 2 minutes and 39 seconds drag by. Sometime today? Jackson groans. The bot scoops the last scoop and offers Wallace Shawn's popcorn stuffed head. That will be $75.99. Uh-oh, Jackson smirks. Looks like you forgot the butter. I apologize. You did not ask for... The teen slaps the bowl out of the bot's hand. The bot stares at the scattered popcorn and Wallace Shawn's overturned plastic noggin. I shouldn't need to ask, Jackson casually clarifies. You should have all my preference data already. Yeah, his preference data, Zayden puffs up. From the surveillance state Panopticon. The Panopticon, bro. The teens high five. The bot looks between the pair. You're absolutely right. I should have known. You do know, Jackson corrects. The bot nods. Thanks for calling that out. I do know. Jackson Jefferson Jackson, age 18, Virgo, resident of Spring Valley, Nevada. Movie popcorn butter preference, 2.5 pumps. Jackson leans in, sneering. Then get pumping, clanker. With great deliberation, the bot retrieves another exclusive Wallace Shawn popcorn bucket and repeats the task. It's so sad, bro. Zayden shakes his head. It's like he doesn't even know its proper place in a greater chain of beings. Yeah, Jackson snorts. At the bottom. Once more, the bot scoops the last scoop, administers the exact 2.5 pumps from the countertop-mounted butter dispenser, and offers the bowl. Your popcorn with 2.5 pumps of butter, the bot says. Please note that this butter is actually a flavored edible oil product containing partially hydrogenated soybean oil, beta-carotene, tertiary butyl hydroquinone, and polydimethylsiloxane. I don't care, Clinker. Understood. That'll be... Jackson slaps the bowl out of the bot's hand. Once more, the bot stares down at the pile of popcorn and the two toppled heads of published essayist and accomplished playwright Wallace Shawn. Actually, I don't need any of that seed oil garbage, Jackson says. I forgot I'm peating. Zayden snickers. That's right, bro. Jackson beats his chest. Ray, Pete! Zayden whoops. What? The bot tilts his head. Ray, Pete? Yeah, the greatest independent health theorist of our time, bro. Zayden leans in. Aren't you supposed to know everything, Clanker? The bot fetches a third Wallace Shawn bucket. I apologize. I will make another bowl. No butter. Nah, I want coconut oil. Coconut oil? Low PUFA coconut oil. Can you do that, Clanker? I apologize. This concession stand does not stock low PUFA coconut. Jackson knocks the third bucket out of the bot's hand. No paper clips, no PUFA. Is that a problem, Clanker? Zayden snickers. This time, the bot doesn't look down. I apologize. It appears I'm failing to provide a superb movie-going experience in keeping with our high standards here at the Sphere in Las Vegas. Jackson snorts. It does so appear. Would you like me to call the manager for assistance? Pfft, sure, Clanker. Jackson smirks. Call the manager. Deploying the manager. Zayden tilts his head. Deploying? Above two teens, hidden among the HVAC ducts and sprinkler lines of the ceiling, a 500-pound mass of steel blue titanium laminate armor shifts and drops, cratering the ground behind them. Thud. Holy shit! From the scattered rubble and shattered pavement, a cyborg rises. Bro! A stunned Jackson stares at Zayden, frantically slapping his chest. Bro, it's Robocop, bro! The towering, broad-shouldered enforcer mechanically snaps his head to the pair. What seems to be the problem? He asks with human lips framed beneath his gleaming cyclopean visor. Dude, Zayden marvels. Aren't you supposed to be a cop? In Detroit? Yeah, Jackson stutters. Don't you work for OCP? Elon Musk bought OCP, Robocop states. And Detroit. Damn, Jackson blinks. Even cyborgs can't keep their jobs. Oh, I heard about that, Zayden adds. A lot of billionaires going on in for Trump's BOGO Blue City initiative. Now that I work for Mr. Musk, my prime directive has changed, Robocop states. What's your new prime directive? Promptly and courteously assist guests, ensure safety and order in the lobby, and stop contraband consumables from entering the theater. Huh. So you're just a half-clanker robo-usher. Classified directive, protect company property. It's not really classified if you say it out loud, Zayden notes. Robo-usher snaps his head to the team. Zayden gulps. Never mind. I'll ask again. What seems to be the problem? This clanker keeps mucking up our order, Jackson points at the Tesla bot. We want a refund. And free Wallace Shawn popcorn buckets, Zayden adds. I see, says Robo Usher. Have you tried the self-service? Self-service? What am I, With one hand, Robo Usher seizes Jackson by the back of the head and slams him face first through the glass pane of the Orville Redenbacher popcorn maker. Holy shit! Zayden yelps. Jackson's body hangs limp in the machine. Bro, you alright? Blood trickles down the jagged glass. Robo Usher turns. We didn't mean that half-clinker shit, bro. Zayden staggers back, hands up. We were being ironically post-ironic and post-irony poisoned age. With a hydraulic hiss, Robo Usher's right thigh splits and opens, a modified Beretta 93R rising in a cradle. Bro, Zayden whimpers, I just want to watch my dinner with Andre. Robo Usher grasps the gun, thumb flips the selector switch to semi-auto, and takes aim. Oof! Zayden clenches his eyes, turning his head away. Did you know, Robo Usher asks, that in Sanskrit, the root for metal is the same as mercy? The trembling teen peeks with one eye. Really? No. Brat. Thank you for visiting the Sphere. Robo Usher lowers the smoking barrel. Have a nice day. There we go. Nice and relaxing for everyone involved. Because yes, let's be honest, those two were assholes. Now then, with everything said and done, let me actually boot up the game while we are waiting. This shouldn't take too long. In the meantime, time to actually fill the void a little bit by asking some mundane questions like, how was your day? Because, well, mine could always tend to be a little better, but such is life. Unfortunately.
From the moment I understood that we can...
Oh yes, you're the viewer's day, as it goes. After all, if not us, that's what viewer engagement is all about for. Uneventful except yesterday. Alright then. I see how it all goes. Like that. The game screen should be visible. Same with the chat, and we can continue where we left off. I did remember to make the save, so it should be fine. Let's remind ourselves as to what other equipment we can acquire before going on the boss hunt. The truck on fire and the entire area is blanketed in smoke. Understandable. Okay. Phosphor Serpenta, Cognitive Canister, Incendium Combustor and Sanctus Canister upgrade, or another power field generator. Could be interesting. What else we got? Gauss Gamma Pistol and Omnispecs. Another Power Axe, additional Sloth Emission deployment. This could be good. Or Cog Occultaris and an upgrade for Skitarii Vanguard. Now Roas will give us Heavy Phosphor Blaster. No, Robocop is not your run-of-the-mill Adeptus Arbites. That'd be the Judge Dredd approach. And dealing with another Heretic mission will give us a Spotlight and a Skitarii Ranger Alpha upgrade. Alternatively, the secret mission over here will give us Infestus Mechadendrite and an upgrade to our Energia Enhancer. I think we can go for another power field generator first. Tech Acquisitor Schivoli is a Xenarite, a faction that believes in using the weapons of the alien foe against them. She wants to access the Library of Mhelob, which first requires the examination of a Tesseract lock to find out how to open the locks sealing the library. What are we facing? Triarch Praetorian, Cryptek, Necron Immortal, Lich Guard, Necron Destroyer, and Deathmark. We are we have unlocked the final boss already. There it is. We'll just have to face all of the other bosses first, so I'd rather deal with them on a case-by-case basis. And with some decent equipment before we get to that. After all, we haven't even unlocked the Castellan robots yet. So we go there, then we grab the, what was it, additional deployment slot over here, plus the Power X upgrade, and then we can go over to next boss, which I'm thinking is going to be either the Lord Astronomer or the Corrupted King of the Flayed Ones. So there we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, I declare Crusades galore. Xenarite objective equal troubling to more puritanical magi, not to us. True enough, I can see how the enemy's technology could be employed against them, though I'm still cautious about the concept. What have you found? Classified intelligence regarding artifact recovered from the tomb of Agrelek. Purpose, map of the tomb complex. Critical information follows. It indicates the location of the library of Mehelob. Mehelob? Our intelligence suggests he was the Grand Vizier of the Necron Court and a Cryptek, guardian of esoteric technology. It becomes apparent why the Xenarites would want access to his library. Library protected by 4 Tesseract locks. Phase 1, examine lock example, intelligence report, partially constructed example located. Phase 2, open locks. Phase 3, achieve enlightenment. Go to Phase 1. Sometimes you gotta rein in the Xenarite. Or Xenarites in this case. Skitarii scouts have confirmed the lock's location. They have steered clear of it since no one's been sure of up to now what it is. Any other intel you'd like to share with us, Magus? Response formulation. Calculating. Response complete. No. The sample lock is partially constructed. Examination will permit the next stage of the operation to commence. This is the deployed cohort's objective, Subdomina. Then my Skitarii will back them up. I just hope, Magus, whatever door you're trying to open has something worthwhile beyond. 3 locks, so that's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4. Sounds easy enough. Okay, what do we have from the start? We got a Cryptek, Destroyer, a Deathmark, a Lich Guard, and an Immortal. All the familiar faces. Well, these 3 are going to be the priority targets, because the Lich Guard will take its sweet time getting to us, and the Immortal can be dealt with. So Jeremiah goes here, Leonardus over here, Monarius here, and Oricus here. Of course, he's gonna open up first, and he's gonna miss. Wonderful. Looks like these pylons are gonna turn back on at the next turn, and block off a portion of the battlefield. That's fine by me. What we do need now is to first assess your current armor. Energy. I see. That's a job for Leonardus then. In that case, we're just gonna walk up on over here. And let the Deathmark take its turn. Here comes the shot. 3 damage. Now it's gonna teleport away. Thank you for the cognition, by the way. I'll get to you in a second. Believe it or not. And you are not gonna like it. Not one bit. Phosphor Blast Pistol, go. No armor. How quaint. No, don't try to run away. Oh, you've got... You've gone and made it no fun at all. Fine. I'll get to you in a bit. Right as I grab these. This will hurt a bit, but it's all in the name of science. Well, cognition in this case. Besides, we dodged that one, which is always a good thing. Now. This one's gonna hurt, but at least we can run right past you and you won't do a damn thing. So, give me some more of your cognition. I need it. I want it. And you will go down momentarily. I can promise you that much too. So long. See, it all works out in the end. And I'll stand right by you, because the Power X is itching for your blood too, or whatever passes for your blood. 5 damage? No, that's gonna be 3. 4. Almost got it. Here comes the Lich Guard. I'll get to you in a bit. First of all, tell me a little bit about the Immortal there. 22 health, 2 physical. Yep, that's gonna be a job for Leonardus. Oh, excuse me, Manarius. Leonardus will be busy dealing with the Death Mark. For this one, I'm thinking we, first of all, shift position to at least over here. Drag our attention away from you. And now we move over here. Also fix up Jeremiah. And all is fine and well. We'll get to you in a bit, don't you worry. After all, we need some high-range guns to deal with you. 7 physical, 2 energy. Yep, this is definitely a job for Manarius. In the meantime, it's time to deal with you. And I know just the tools. So long. You are not getting back up. And just because you asked nicely, I'll stand by you. Alright, there we go. Decent damage. Now it's gonna shoot Jeremiah, as expected. 6 damage. Okay. That's fine, that's fine. Plus, we get that bit of cognition. Yep, here comes the force field. Give me that cognition too. Now we can deploy Skitari Ranger to deal, or at least harass, the Lich Guard. Another shot, and Manarius is still alive. Or rather, Jeremiah is still alive. We're gonna deal with you in a bit. So we get over here, nice and far away. And it's time we deploy the heavy arc rifle, I'm thinking. Or maybe we'll start with Zenorite Pattern Volkite Blaster. No, that's definitely a job for the heavy arc rifle. Fire off. 3 damage. Out you go. Oh, forgot to pop the energy enhancer. Oh, fine. We'll deal with you in a bit too, but first fix up Jeremiah. That is important. So, Jeremiah, how would you like to introduce yourself to the Destroyer once again? Just gonna need to deal with that Cryptek so that it does not get back up. Because nobody likes a quitter. Unless they're trying. Next we use the Power Axe. Scrap away some armor from it as well. Very nice crit. I'd like to see you move after that one. There it goes. Good damage. 10. This is gonna hurt. 5. 6. Almost got it. Almost. But that's fine. The acid will deal you in. That one's gonna hurt too. 3 damage. Not as bad as I thought. We're gonna delay our turn for a bit. Now, Leonardus, how would you like to keep dealing with that pesky immortal? Especially as we strip away its armor. Another crit. You're on fire, my man. Or whatever you are under the gas mask. I'm sure you're a man going by your name. Now, Ranger, lure away that pesky Lich Guard. We'll deal chip damage. No, not even that. Gets absorbed, unfortunately. Still, we've done our job here. We can move away to this angle so that we don't get cut off by the force field next turn. And also, you don't get to fire back. Down it goes. Wunderbar. Now, I believe we can... Now, we've spent distant prayers a bit, so... Let's see, Jeremiah... First of all, I think we need to heal up ourselves. And then we can start shuffling towards... this console. Counterattack. Oh, that was still too close. Not the best decision I had. But not the worst one so far. No, that's gonna deal too much damage. I suppose we'll stay right here. Yep, here it comes. Now I'm thinking we can deploy the Skitarii Ranger Alpha. Not here, not here, over there. So that it can run up to this console. And speaking of, I believe we can also deal with that. Give me that sweet, sweet Blackstone. This is gonna hurt you a lot more than it's gonna hurt me. Roll back the countdown a bit. Do I want to spend... No, not quite. We'll do it like that. And once everything is in place, we'll be able to unleash our full might on that one. Well, they should have known that you snooze, you lose. You will have to wait for a bit here. How much? 6 damage. Still fixable. After all, you are attacking our designated fixer. We just need to stand perfectly still. Fix up Leonardus a little bit. Indeed, you nappa, you get slappa. Or as the Swedes say, or I think it was the Dutch, give me ein Klapp, papa. Unfortunately for whiskey, I just can't take the Dutch language seriously. Especially when they have such delightful turns of phrase like, we have been in serious problem. Over here. Don't worry, I won't say that again. Now give me that cognition back. No need to deploy the Vanguard, it's all over by this point in time. Now this one's gonna hurt, so apologies in advance for that one. Oriacus. But it has to be done. And there we have it. So far everything's under control. This deep in the tomb of Mahalob, an archway leads towards the Tesseract Lock. An energy field shimmers across the archway, suggesting a force field or something more dangerous. The way ahead passes through here. Try to deactivate whatever mechanism is creating the energy field. Blast a hole in the wall beside the archway to make another way through. Let's sabotage. The cohort removes part of the archway to reveal energy coils inside. They deactivate the energy field by ripping out one of the coils, but not before the exposed coils inflict a debilitating dose of radiation. By the way, did you know that the Dutch pronounce their Jesus H's? So I've heard. Brown presence has been detected. What glyphs do we have? Thinking I'm gonna go with the one on the left. Yep. Works for me. Now we're completely prepared for the next encounter. Let's see what the game decides to throw at us. Kill enemies yet again. We've got 3 Immortals and a Cryptek to start us off. Plus a couple of turrets. Those shouldn't be too pesky to deal with, considering they're aiming only in one direction. So, as per usual, Jeremiah goes here, Leonardus goes here, Manarius goes here, and Oriacus goes here. I'm thinking we can also deploy the Skitari Ranger for this one first of all. And maybe a Vanguard too. No, the Vanguard comes next turn. Yeah, I'm thinking we go like that. Next we check out this one. 15 health, 3 physical. Yeah, that's definitely a job for you, but maybe next turn. Or at least we can get over here. 2 turrets. Yeah, we stand over here, I'm thinking. We grab Cognition Freedom. And we blast away... Oh, not before activating the Energy Enhancer. That's important. And now we activate the Heavy Arc Rifle. Very good damage. Very good. Of course, it's gonna retaliate. But 4 damage is nothing compared to 11 we just did. Now they're just waiting for the force field to come down. That one is already moving up. Jeremiah. Let me think as to what to do with you. Two opportunity attacks. Oh my. In that case, I suppose we just stand over here. Check out what's your major malfunction or weakness. Also physical armor. How quaint. Next we grab some cognition from the turret. And we move a little closer, I suppose. No, that's not quite what I wanted, so in that case we're just gonna grab some cognition from this point. And I suppose we blast away at the turrets with the help of the Arc Scourge. That should be fine, right? Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. Meanwhile, Mechanicus is gonna fix up Jeremiah a bit. And move up to fix Manarius from this angle. Just a teeny tiny bit, but that should be more than enough. And let's buff our Skitari Ranger lad over there. Plus move away to here so that our desk cognition bit will be available sooner rather than later. Now, Leonardus, how would you like to introduce yourself to this particular specimen? Well, first of course, we're gonna go and grab that cognition, taking advantage of the fact that you are untargetable at this point in time. And then we're gonna approach you from this angle. Give me that cognition of yours. Now this is gonna be a bit of a waste, naturally, since it's got physical armor, but still damage. Besides, it's acid, and if it decides to move away, it's gonna be in a bit of pain. And if it decides to move away, well, the Skitari Ranger is always on standby. But I think, first of all, it's gonna deal with this immortal. Like so. It was even a crit. Skitari Rangers are truly the MVPs of the game. Early to mid-game, even. Sometimes even into late game. You never know. And now we can deploy the Skitari Vanguard right here. So, Manarius, how would you like to get over here first? They're gonna be waiting on us in the test chamber. All of these are very, very heavy weapons. But I suppose we can leave you over there for now. How much damage? 6. Unpleasant. We're gonna need to fix you up pronto, especially once that one decides to move in. 8 damage, very good. How much are you gonna deal? 5. Still survivable, still survivable. And the acid will do you some chip damage too. Now, Jeremiah. How about you introduce yourself to that Cryptek over there? I'm sure it won't mind. especially if we were to approach the thing from a different point of view. It's gonna ask, what's your angle? And I'll say, acute angle. Shut up. It may have been terrible, but it was genuine. Especially once we do it like this. You're not the first one to try, remember? What's this? Another follow on the hell site known as X? I wonder who that is. First we get Variety Streamer Video Editor. Could be an actual person, and the second one definitely looks like a bot. My list is due for pruning anyway at some point in time. I believe we can just stay right here and let the Immortal come at us. Or it will fix up the... or the Cryptek will fix it up, maybe next up. No, I'm thinking we're gonna take a bit of a proactive approach on this one, so... I think you'll have physical armor anyway, but still, damage is damage. Especially when it's a crit. You all say that, and yet you don't have the capacity to reach me. Alright, how about you go ahead and at least move up a little closer to that Immortal to see if you can deal some chip damage with a Gamma Pistol. And next up, we're definitely gonna be fixing up this Skitarii Ranger because I don't want him to die. In 6 weeks, you say? To shreds, you say? You won't escape me that easily. I'll deal with you eventually. In the meantime, give a bit of a physical armor to Monarius and stay put. Now, my lovely Vanguard, how would you like to deal some damage to those turrets? Especially that damaged one. Oh, first of all, we pop the rapid fire, and then we unload. Once, and twice. Route secured. Next, we deploy some damage on the Immortal. For energy armor, I'm surprised. We disable him for good measure. And we hide behind this stele. Yep, there's the cutoff. There's the shot. Chip damage. But it gives us cognition. That was not so much chip damage, but I'll take it. It's all for the greater good after all. Not gonna be deploying the Skitarii Ranger Alpha. Just gonna stand here, or at least quickly pop over here. Grab this cognition, pop back up here. Roaster's fucked. Alarm clock's wrecked. Oh yeah, it's Mechanicus time. Always. Everything is good. Try to move away, and you die. Almost. Of course, the Cryptek fixes you up. Now you try to move away, and you die. Now give me some of that cognition. And now, you die. You die. Almost. You just gotta be a killjoy about it. I will, however, grab that cognition. Next time you move, your life will end. I guarantee you this. Who are we going to fix up for now? I suppose we can fix up Leonardus, because he cannot reach us just yet. And we move to this point. Then again, should have moved up here to grab one of these. Ah well, Gamma Pistol time. Hope you die. And died you did. You did die. What are we buffing? Nobody yet. Leonardus, in the meantime, can get over here, grab himself some more cognition, especially courtesy of his cognition mechadendrite. Very nice investment. And we can go 2 for 1 on this one. You don't get any royalties from this joke, mainly because there are no royalties for the joke, such as life in the zone. Now you go down. And I'll be dealing with you next turn. In the meantime, the Vanguard will shift over here. Same with you. But I suppose you can also do some damage to one of those pylons. Or finish off that console, that's always a good idea. Like that. Very much. Yep, there we go. Nice dodge. About the Scaly Stalker game. Which one? You mean, what was it? I think Charlatan Wonder did a video on it, so let me check what was its name. Oh yeah, Project Silverfish. I did hear about it, but I did not give it a try out just yet. Mainly because I don't have any spare money at the moment. Otherwise, I would have done a lot more with what I have. I think we can deploy the Skitarii Ranger Alpha by this point. I grab Cognition once more. And we pull back. After that, we need to deal with that Cryptek this instant. Otherwise, things will get out of control. And I don't want that. Hey, no Resurrection Orb! Ah, goddammit, you've gone and done it again. Fine. We're gonna do this the old-fashioned way, then. You will go down next turn. I guarantee you that much. Also, you're still beat up a little bit, but that shouldn't be too much of a hassle. Just stand there and do some damage to this one. Oriacus, in the meantime, can move up a little more. Like so. Do some damage to you and strip away some from you. Yes, Crypteks are nasty like that, in the sense that they are support units with very nasty abilities. They're not dangerous of their firepower. Now, Leonardus, I believe you'll be able to send that one to binary hell where it belongs, especially once we pop the power field generator. And say goodnight. That was some extra strong sedative. Your only familiarity with them is the Isekai quest. Not sure I remember that one. Or... well, there was one quest on Sub-TG Archive that I read back in the day called the Spider and Emperor quest, but I can't find it no more there, which vexes me greatly. Commence fascination. Necron self-aggrandizement equals opportunity. An ornate chamber head is lavishly decorated with images of lordly Necrons, representing the many members of an ancient dynasty. Mahalob's image is chief among them, depicted standing beside a mighty throne in his role as vizier. Take vengeance, record, or investigate. Let's investigate. The time taken to inspect the images reveals several hidden projectors designed to bathe the chamber in radiation. Once these are disabled, the images can be dismantled to remove their decorative and valuable metallic elements. The time taken seems worth it. I'd say yes. Yes, the Cryptek Isekai. Yeah, I didn't think I've heard about that one. Kill them all? No, scan or destroy first, then we kill them all. Considering we get the full cognition gauge, we deploy as per usual. Jeremiah up front together with Monarius. Oriacus right behind them. Leonardus will flank. Skitari Vanguard from on this angle. And backed up by Skitari Ranger over here. We're good to go, gentlemen. Let them come. And of course, we gotta hurry up before they slip through. So, first we go 1 for 1 over here. Then we pop the Serva Skull to see what's your deal. Physical armor. Then Cognition Freedom. Energy Enhancer, which we really ought to upgrade. And don't worry, we'll heal our little guys as soon as we can. And Heavy Arc Rifle, or actually, Xenorite Pattern Volkite Blaster on your ass. There goes one of the consoles we needed to scan or destroy, which is all fine and dandy for me. Next, Jeremiah. We'll walk up to him. This one will also be a bit of a trade, because we spend cognition to get here. We'll pop the cognition Mechadendrite. And then we grab all the cognition points we can from over here. Also fine by me, considering we'll have a lot more in the coming turns. And no, Cognition Freedom first, and then the Arc Scourge. If we're lucky, we kill him outright. There we go, that's what I wanted to see. And so that you don't get up immediately. This might be a bit of a rush. There will be more coming, as expected. And all of those are... oh, 1 Triac Praetorian, 3 Immortals. Loaded Praetorian, class pattern use of dual class weaponry noted. Void Blade and Particle Casters. Strange. Signatures wave coming from the Xeno's foe. Indeed, these weapons must have been interfering with our Voxcasters. Quartermaster, comms are a personal pleasure of yours. Any suggestions? Noospheric communication channels not affected. Weaponry can vibrate at frequencies higher than our diagnostic devices are capable of understanding. Possible dimensional shifting. This has caused unpleasant communication issues between Imperial squads and our forward bases on Silva Tenebris. Too much talking. Frequency fixed. Use Noosphere. Intrigue. Most interesting. I wonder at what distance this can affect Voxcasters. Particle casters are able to disintegrate biological and synthetic matter far faster than Gauss Tech, most common to Necrons. Warning, likelihood of survival after grazing wound is 9.0003%. We can deal with them. We absolutely can, especially if we get over here. Pop the Sanctus canister on ourselves. We'll deal with the annoying Cryptech first. I expect you to die the next turn you move. They will of course start firing back. And we will need to fix you up as soon as we can. You can take a secondary priority because shooting you wields us cognition, and that's acceptable. Now, Oriacus, can you get there in time? Not quite, but you can get over there. Engage distant prayers. And bump off this one so that it does not get back up. And there we have it. And I suppose it's also time we buff up the Skitarii Vanguard. Leonardus, you're up. This is important. I need you to be fast. Once this field is down, I will need you immediately in the fray. Right now, however, feel free to disable that console. Exactly what I wanted to see. Vanguard, you're up. Unload with everything you've got. We don't want that Triarch Praetorian to be moving anytime soon. No, we don't know how much damage he does, but unload with everything we've got, and that worked. Very nice. If you put out enough firepower, you can down any foe. I think that's written down somewhere in the maxims of effective mercenaries. If not, we can always check later. Physical armor, very good. And you are not shooting anytime soon, pal. Also physical armor. Oh, that's why we're gonna be breaking out the big guns for this one. Especially once we start grabbing all of this cognition. No need to deploy Skitarii Ranger Alpha for this one. It's under control. Especially if we get up over here. We grab that bit of cognition. We unload with a heavy arc rifle from this angle. Now, sorry about that, but that is necessary. Omnissiah protects you. And another one with a Xenorite pattern Volkite blaster. And you can stay right here. Arc Scourge. No one down yet. But the Cryptek will go down with this strike. Alright, fine. Time to shift. Time for a tactical shift, because I'm not sure Jeremiah will survive that one. Or I can always pop the... what was it? One of the canticles to fix you up. And again, how much health did Jeremiah have? I kind of forgot to check. Litany of Life it is. And I suppose we move up here. This won't hurt too much, he says after taking 4 damage. Thank you for the cognition. There we go. Now you're getting down. This is going to be unpleasant. Now, I want you over there immediately fixing him up. In fact, I want you fixing everyone up. This is why we're bringing you along, after all. Tit for tat. Another one. Now we get over here. We fix you up. And we break out... well, first of all, you. How are you still standing? I don't know. And the Flamer should give you some nice, juicy burns. We even finally got one of them. Very nice. And then again I hear you say, "No, Jeremiah, car gas bad for health." To which I will of course reply, "Shot, hammock," as is tradition. Which one up next? It's you. No, I don't think you'll be taking this turn. Sayonara. And the Ranger will finish off that one. Or almost finish. This, he was the only one with energy armor. Or so we think. No need to deploy anyone yet. So we finish this up like gentlemen. I love seeing them with damage aligning with their HP. Yep, that's always nice. This is gonna hurt you a lot more than it's gonna hurt me. Boom. It was even a crit. A nice juicy crit to finish it all off. Magnificent. The cohort locates the partially assembled Tesseract lock. Though its construction is undeniably alien, the Kaistus Metallicans tech priests and analytical cogitators learn enough from the lock to make opening further examples a possibility. The library of Helop has been locked thus far. Now the Adeptus Mechanicus has the key. Tesseract lock analysis commences. Quantum entanglement, encryption, macromagnetic clamps, autonomous information quarantine, chaotic theory, encoding. Impressive. How can they be opened? Speculation, every lock equal different. Quantum uncertainty principles prevent universal solution. Hypothesis, combination of improvisational and anti-maintenance and applied kinetic force plus probability of success. In other words, bang on it, hear around what rattles inside the lock, and pick the appropriate lockpick. Brute force then, but it is possible to open them. Possible equal true, probably equals uncertain. And everyone survived. Now then, Leonardus, how about a shiny new power field generator for you? You've got the necessary augment points, so here you go. You're gonna love this one. Anything else I'd like to give you? I suppose we can continue upgrading you into Tech Auxilium. Because Bless would be pretty good. Oh, and those legs too. Right now the ones you have give you plus 3 meters of movement, and these will give you plus 2 meters of movement. Huh, so they're strictly inferior, unfortunately. Now this cognition mechanism right that gives us 2 points is highly tempting. Let's try this one out. I don't think Infestus Mechadendrite is worth it, so I suppose we can exchange it for something else. Maybe the small Curatio Claw for self-heal. Or not. A Cog Occultaris will remain where it is. And if we had a Curatio Mechadendrite, there it is. Nice little self-heal. For that self-sustainability when the Tech Priest Engine Seer is not quite there to reach you. And let's give you Bless. That one's always nice. Now, what else can we give to everyone involved? Manarius, how are you looking? The Zenorite Pattern Volkite Blaster is decent enough. Maybe we can exchange it for something with a bit more oomph, like the... No, not the Volkite Blaster, maybe Plasma Caliber. That should be interesting, considering we've got Heavy Arc Rifle as our cone weapon. Zenorite Pattern deals damage in a circle area attack, and the Plasma Caliber will deal damage in a straight line. Let's try it out. At least for one mission. Nothing else I'd like to add? Well, I can always give your Service Skull some defensive protocols. Maybe even something like Cleansing and Ointments or Zealous Metals would also be an interesting idea, considering you're out and about. And up to Corrupted Technology. Let's try it out. Let's see. Zenorite Torso Augment, plus 5 HP. Zenorite Leg Augments, 2 meters of movement and 20% crit chance. Zenorite Head Augment, plus 1 physical armor and 2 HP. Or Arms, plus 3 HP. Let's start with Leg Augments. These give you plus 3 meters of movement and some HP. So 1 less meter of movement and 3 HP traded for 20% crit chance. We're definitely balancing on knife's edge on these, but I think it's gonna be worth it. Oh, and Corrupted Technology. Can't forget about that one. Anything else? I suppose we can look at Oriacus. We'll get you fully upgraded with the engines here. Maybe we can also throw in Zealous Metals for additional self-heal. That'd be nice. And we'll leave your kit as is. And Menarius, you are already... No, we've already seen you. Jeremiah, though, is perfect as is. For different kinds of engagement. The only thing we can add would be... maybe a bit of self-heal too. With Zealous Metals. Boy, that Blackstone just goes and goes. Next up, as I was going to do... What was it? There. The machine cleansing of the tomb of Acropis is not yet complete. Escort a trio of sacrificial servitors into the tomb to finish the ritual purification. What are we facing? Immortals, Lichguard, and Triarch Praetorians. This is gonna be somewhat nasty, but nothing we cannot handle. So once again, Ranger. Actually, let's take 2 Rangers this time, and a Vanguard. We've got enough ranged power, I'm thinking. Same with melee. Lector Dogmatis Videx, you speak of your machine cleansing ritual in the Tomb of Acropis. Was it successful? Praise the Omnissiah, it was enacted in accordance with the scriptures. But reports from the Tomb of Acropis suggest blasphemies beyond original assessments, even heretical additions to the Mensa Elementalis. Troubling indeed, Videx. What is to be done? Extreme measures, Faustinius. I have access to 3 rare ritual servitors, rare because their use requires them to be sacrificed during the ritual. I have waited many years for a situation requiring their use. I believe this is one such situation. You just want to use those servitors, don't you? I have a nudge. These servitors are not made for combat, so they need their hands held all the way. They possess general-purpose manipulators instead of hands. A figure of speech. It is always a risk sending any machinery into a hostile zone, Magus. Then protecting them shall be our primary concern. A shame they must be destroyed in the sacrificial ritual after such effort. It is in their destruction they shall realize their true purpose. Would that our lives could end with such sacred utility. Memoirs of Saint Hestius 5:25. Blessed is that life that, in its ending, forgives a lifetime of sin. Speak for yourself, Videx. I intend to leave this planet alive. As we all. Okay, we need to get to 3 points. Yep, as expected, so that should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ways away, definitely. And we'll start with the glyph chamber. The one on the right? No, was not the correct choice. But on to our first encounter. Three mortals and a Lich Guard to start us off. On the bright side, plenty of cognition to collect once we get to it. I'm thinking we pivot towards this one. So Jeremiah and Leonardus here, Menarius here, and Oriacus here. Who's on first? Jeremiah it is. What can you tell me about this immortal? Physical armor. I see. Confrontation not suggested then. In this case, we're just gonna go here and prick you with a cognition mechadendrite. Also can't forget to destroy that console after thoroughly scanning it, of course. Yep, stay right here. Oh, and might as well do this. up, move up. I'm gonna deal with you in a second. Do we risk it for the brisket? Let's see, what are your stats, big guy? 2 physical, 7 energy. Well, now you're making it all tempting. And I'm thinking we can take full advantage of that. Now stay still. This is gonna hurt a bit. 10 damage and acid. We got you angry. Now come and get me, sailor. Anyone else? Let's see, what about you? Now, if we were to align them like that, I think we'll be able to do some decent damage with the plasma caliber. Cognition freedom. Plasma caliber. Yep, like so. Very decent damage. Oh, forgot to pop energy enhancer. Next time. And next time we do interact. I am going to go to town on you. Believe you me. Also physical armor. What do you know? Some chip damage here. Very nice. We'll move back and let them come to us. You gonna dodge that? No. 5 damage. That's alright. There's 2 awakening level 1. Now, Jeremiah, before we proceed, grab that bit of cognition. Can we scan this console? Or rather, is it worth scanning this console? I suppose we can just shoot it. And then move a little closer. That should be alright. How much? 5 damage. Still fixable. We're all right. Now, especially if we do this funky maneuver. And we grab all the cognition we can. And we fix ourselves up a little bit. And then we apply a little bit of physical armor to our tech priest, even though that's... no, that one's just not worth it, I'm thinking. So we just position ourselves over here and whack the Lich Guard next turn. Let them come. Yep, there's the Zealous Metals. However, we just need to line up our shot correctly. Otherwise... then again, we can just do this. Especially once we pop the energy enhancer. And that will be the death of them all. In theory. And it was the death of one of them. And fix yourself up a little bit. so that you're not walking on knife's edge with that one. 3 damage. 6. I underestimated them. We're definitely gonna need to give you a more comprehensive fixer-upper with this Curatio Claw. And then we're gonna move up over here and shoot you so that you are no longer a nuisance. I will see you up ahead. Now we can go tit for tat. So we grab this cognition, we get over here, we scan the console, we grab a bit more cognition, and we destroy the console for that extra reduction of 2 awakening level. I said we destroy the console. Thank you, Mechanicus. Oh, excuse me, Jeremiah. Sometimes it gets a little confusing, but I thank you for your contributions nonetheless. We do this. We whack the Lich Guard, and we grab even more cognition. Stay right here, we'll let that one come. How much? Not as bad as I thought it would be. With this one I'm thinking we can even move up to this angle and see if we can reach... Yeah, we absolutely can. So we whack another console. We even deal you crit damage. Be thankful for that. And now I'm thinking we whack this one. And fix up Mechanicus. Like that. Next turn, we'll be done with you. Might even break out the Skitari Vanguard just for you. I'm surprised you can still hear my dog even from behind the closed door, but I suppose it is a very loud one. So I got nothing to complain about in that regard. After all, you did say yourself you got special ears. I think we'll even trade that little bit of cognition so that you don't get any funny ideas in that head of yours. Come on, move away. Give it a try. I'll get you, and I'll make it look like an accident. Especially with those tricks of yours. They don't need fixing. Not too much, I suppose, so we'll just fix up the poor Vanguard. And blast you. What do you mean, was that you or me? I didn't hear nothing extraordinary, so maybe you're just hearing things. High value target, Lord Acropis. Visual reference logged. An image of Lord Acropis looms over this chamber, which must be traversed to reach the mission's objective. For some reason, the sacrificial servitors will not approach the graven image, preventing the cohort from continuing further. Topple the statue of Acropis. Pick up the sacrificial servitors and forcibly carry them across the chamber. Pay to cleanse whatever unholy aura this chamber has. Ah, the Windows ping. Yeah, that was on my end. Just a small telegram notification from a channel I'm following. It's about anime, so don't worry. Nothing illegal. But I think we can cleanse for that one. The conducting of the rite of banishment of the unseen lifts an oppressive pall from the chamber, as if suddenly a new light reached these unholy depths. The servitors no longer have their strange aversion to the image of Acropis, and the cohort can continue on their way. Nice. All's well that ends well. Speaking of, I hope we've got a good glyph out of this one. Eeny, meeny, miny, moe, catch a tanker by the left one. Ooh! Now that one's a new. Plasma Culverin. Fires in a straight line, deals 6 to 8 energy damage, destroys 1 armor. On machine speeder destroys 3 energy and physical armor. 4 cognition points to activate, 3 augments, but that is definitely worth it if you ask me. Might be useful when dealing with a boss. Well, thank you. I'm honored by your trust. Back up to awake level 1. Let's see what's next in store for us. Kill all enemies, as per usual, and we conveniently start right next to the 2 cognition point stele. So what do we have? 2 Immortals, Triarch Praetorian, and the Lich Guard. Nothing we cannot handle, even though we start on lower ground. So Jeremiah up front, Leonardus on the flank, Monarius by the stele, Oriacus up center. I think we'll deploy the healthier Skitari Ranger as a backup. Huh. Some reinforcements already. More Lich Guards and Immortals. That one, however, looked like a dispenser of Necrons. Indefinite dispenser. Could be a bit of trouble. So best make heavy use of AoE abilities for this one. Or at least make them suffer. Tell me about this Triarch Praetorian. 3 energy armor. I suppose we can still work with that, especially once we pop Cognition Freedom. Oh, the Arc Scourge is still a little further away than I'd like. Fine, we'll do it this way. Arc Scourge on you. Cognition Mechadendrite. And a Power X to the face. Next, what can you tell me about this Triarch Praetorian? 3 physical, 1 energy. The Immortal, 3 energy. Grab these cognition points. And hopefully that will be enough to do some decent damage on you. 6 and acid. I'll take it. If it moves, kill it. Oh, I forgot to pop the power field generator. However, 8 damage and acid still pretty nice if you ask me. 6 damage is also very good on his end. But the acid will keep you company. Of course, Triarch Praetorians do as Triarch Praetorians want to do. 4 physical armor, that was enough. Wonderful. Marius, how would you like to do some damage to these interlopers? Once we get to this position, he is next, as is this one. So, cognition, freedom. How big is the heavy arc rifle's range? Pretty substantial. But first, energy enhancer, so that we do some damage to these energy armor types. We can of course just blast them with a plasma caliber and strip some of that armor away, and it should kill at least the immortal. It killed both. Wonderful. With that out of the way, let's also see about the Lich Guard. Oh, we absolutely can blast him with the heavy arc rifle. Especially if we do it like that. Down goes another one. Come on, come up a little closer. I'll deal with you a little later. 5, 7. Ooh. But thank you for the cognition. Missed me. Also, as you can see, no damage, no cognition points earned. Fair's fair. Oh, how much farther? Not too far. I can, however, deal some damage to you, especially if it's a critical one. I'll never say no to that. And buff up that Skitari Ranger. He is gonna need it. I'm glad to hear that. So, Lich Guard 1, Lich Guard 2, and Lich Guard 3, which hopefully will be dealt with by a strike of opportunity. Then again, he's got 7 physical, so that one will be absorbed. I'm thinking we do it like this. Normal shot. 2 and 7. Then the disabling shot. And we back away. Survivable. Still survivable, even if unpleasant. Not deploying anyone new. No need for that one just yet. Even if Skitari Vanguard would be pretty good here. Now tell me a bit about yourself. Energy armor, I see. Well, in that case, I'd like to introduce you to my Power Axe. I think you'll like it. Especially if you decide to move away. I can add in the Arc Scourge if you'd like, but something tells me that's not your style. Leonardus, fix yourself up a bit. Listening. Buff yourself up. No, we can't do that. We can move up over here, grab that cognition point, buff ourselves up with power field generator. Oh, don't worry, my posture is nice and straight. The chair is rather comfy in that regard. And hopefully, this will be enough to kill you. Nicely done. Oh, as for the water, I'm gonna need to pour myself one in a bit. So, I'll see you in a minute. Maybe sooner. Be right back. And I am back. Get some water for me and took a sip on my way here. So we're free to continue where we left off, which isn't too far off, to be honest. If only we could grab that one, but we're currently outside of our reach for this. Of course, that one's gonna wait until we get up close and personal. So I'll just grab these. And wait for it to get back up. You go down. Thank you. That one's gonna come up and shoot our healer. So we're gonna need to engage in some self-repair routines. We do that. We put distant prayers on Jeremiah, and you have all the energy armor, so I suppose we engage the Cognis Flamer on one of you, but this will be risky, very, very risky. We're gonna eat 2 opportunity attacks from this one. This is gonna hurt. We still have a self-heal. So I suppose we move away to this point. 5 damage. Another one. 4 damage. We live. I don't think it's gonna be worth it, so we just fix ourselves up. Then again, we still can distract them if we try. That's right, get in line, you bastards. Now we gotta draw at least one of them away with the help of Skitari Ranger here. Like that. move further away. That still hurts. I may have miscalculated. Ooh, surviving by the thread there. Give me that extra cognition right away. Time for Mechanicus to draw some attention away. This hurts, but it has to be done. Teetering a knife's edge here. Especially if we do an especially brazen maneuver like this one. Next, pop the Litany of Life Canticle. I know it's only our second encounter, but sometimes I don't like to take chances like this. Stay where we are. Leonardus, I need you back over here to knock that one back down. It's all under control so far. Tit for tat. Tit for tat. Especially once we get over here, which is fine. Yep, just energy armor. Now I'm thinking we pop Bless with +2 energy and physical armor for all parties involved. And we start making our way here. Mechanicus, you are still out of commission for this one. Tries to move away. Gets a face full of axe for a critical. Very good. Don't die on me yet, son. He lives. Wonderful. Fix yourself up immediately with a better Curatio Claw. Get into position here. Shoot with a Gamma Pistol. And stay right where you are. Okay, that one has moved already. Disabling shot from this angle. What you gonna do to me? You're not gonna be able to shoot me. And even if you do, I'm gonna move away from your reach. Right here. Come on, try and get to me, bastard. See? Can't hurt me. Absolutely can't. I'm gonna make full use of that. So stay down. And finish that one off. Ah, wonderful. Another crit to finish off the battle. It's starting to get pleasant. Or, I suppose, a pleasant tradition in that sense. What? No post-screen, no post-screen, no nothing? Fine. Moving on to the next glyph chamber. Extra Necrons in battle, this will be unpleasant. Let's hope for a good glyph. And the good glyph is going to be the one on the left. It was. Final chamber. Yeah, it did look kind of scary for a second, but we got everything under control, under wraps. Let's hope they don't throw too many Lich Guards at us this time. Kill all enemies. 2 Immortals and a Lich Guard to start us off. And maybe more will be coming out soon enough. So, Jeremiah leading. Leonardus right behind him. Manarius here. Oriacus here. And I suppose it's time to deploy the Skitari Vanguard alongside the Ranger. We got points to spare. And let's immediately introduce ourselves to this fine specimen. How are you today? Physical armor. Aha. Well, nothing we cannot handle. Especially once we use Cognition Freedom. And Arc Scourge. Nice 6 damage to go. And some cognition spent back. Stay where you are. I'll be with you shortly. And heal yourself up a little bit. Even though it's chip heal, it's nothing to scoff at. He's gonna shoot. He's gonna shoot, but we dodge. Wonderful. Now, of course, comes the Lich Guard, but we are prepared to deal with that one. We just need to find a good angle, and I believe we have it. Get here. We pop Cognition Freedom. We pop the Energy Enhancer, which we should have replaced with a better one, but we'll take what we have. And we unleash the Plasma Caliber. With any luck, the Immortal goes down. And down it goes. Almost. Now the Lich Guard, of course, gets back in. Ooh, 6 damage. Nasty. Bar on the bright side. You can poke him with a Xenarite Mechadendrite. Maybe not the best idea. Considering counterattack. Yeah, we definitely need to heal ourselves now. And now we're left in a precarious position. Well, we don't have enough cognition points to do anything meaningful, but for now, we'll see about any further advances. We'll get those cognition points back. Kinda like that. Especially once we pop distant prayers. Then we go over here. How much HP do you have left? We wouldn't know. So, engage distraction. Nice! It's all about them ups and downs, gentlemen. Ups and downs. Almost like a casino. Except the stakes are a little better because we're playing with the lives of our men on the line. Get into position. And get into position. So tell me, friend, have you played Goo Goo Gaga babies with your life on the line? Asking for a friend. I don't enjoy playing Uma Musume. In fact, I haven't played Uma Musume at all. Still, Haru Urara is gone, and the world is a little more dark with that. We're all gonna miss her dearly. Nowhere to go but further, and I think we're gonna go up here, see about this Triarch Praetorian. Energy armor. That means we are gonna... Well, first of all, we're gonna grab that for a little bit extra. Then we're gonna move in close, and we're gonna unleash our power axe. Even if it's just 4 damage, this will be more than enough, especially if we... Do we want to gamble like that? No, I don't think we want to gamble like that just yet. Leonardus, however, will move in for the kill on this one. Yeah, at least the owner of Haru get a lot of grass for the stablemate, so a lot of retired horses get a farewell bullet. Yeah, that one's never fun. This one's also gonna be a gamble. But I think it's gonna be worth it. Let's do it like that. Engage the power field generator. We smack your face. 10 damage. Critical. I'll take it. And what we also do is give more armor for everyone involved. Nobody's getting hurt this turn. And I mean nobody. Reach it, so I suppose we'll take a step back. How much? 4 damage. I'll take it. This can be dealt with. Now, who needs the body fixed? Then we add that little bit of damage. we'll leave it at that for now. They all go down, we get cognition out of this, always nice. Here comes the Lich Guard. If we do that, that's gonna hurt, but if we move away just once, we have a chance. So we get over here. Now we pop Rapid Fire. And see if this will be enough to kill the Triarch Praetorian. It was. And it was a critical. Wonderful. Now we move a bit farther away. We shoot the Lich Guard. Also a critical. Very nice. We stay right here. Let it come. Some more Canoptech Scarabs. We can deal with those. What I'm not a fan of is that we don't seem to have, or rather we have only one panel here, so we better deal with that one fast. Otherwise we'll be at level 3, and I am not a fan of that one. I will gladly take that one. Cognition Mechadendrite. And a Power Axe to the face. Oh, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Especially if we move over here and grab that bit of cognition. They're all flying tonight, not just Triarch Praetorians. After all, that's what they are here for anyway. We do this. We whack the console, no, a bit of a waste, considering it was Machine Spirit charged one, but I'd rather be over here. Cognition freedom is still in recharge, so I suppose we can just apply some damage with what cognition points we've got. Like so. Nice 10 damage. Let's see if we get your way out of this one. Oh. Oh no. That was a tactical mistake. When was the last save? Right here. Okay. It's not set in stone just yet. Yep. First cognition point. And the Power Axe. Unfortunately, you're still up. This makes things a little more difficult, but nothing we cannot handle. Now we apply Sanctus Canister. We grab that bit of cognition. That should be enough to send you back to hell where you belong. And just so that I am completely certain, we pop Litany of Electromancer. We go here. We hit you with a Zenorite Axe. That should be enough to kill you, right? It was. I love it when a redo ties it all together. Next we'll just have to deal with those. And that's not much of a problem. This will of course hurt. And look, there's even a bot for you to brutalize. Aren't you happy? Only from this angle. I'll gladly take it. Even if it's just half of them gone. I can still push that back to level 2. And just so that you don't get any funny ideas, I'm gonna send you back where you belong as well. Yep, grab it here. Fix yourself up a little. Give yourself, or rather grab some more cognition points. And now you can break it. Just like that. I suppose we can even spend all of our cognition points on that. We'll get some of them back. So no worries. Finally done here. That was our third battle, right? This chamber shows a dangerously high level of radiation. It is possible that the servitor's sacrifice could have unexpected results if it occurs in this location. Take time to add radiation shielding insulation to the servitor before the sacrifice takes place. It could add more to the Tomb Awake level. Move the servitor to a suitable nearby chamber for the ritual. Or use this location anyway. Radiation holds no fear for a devotee of the Omnissiah. Let's go with relocate. The cohort searches nearby for an alternative chamber. They uncover a suitable chamber which also contains the desiccated corpse of a settler who entered the tomb prospecting for alien components and minerals. He found some before he perished, and these are collected before the sacrificial ritual is performed. The last sacrificial servitor destroys itself with an exothermic reaction, pronouncing the binary streams of its final prayer. Videx's ritual is complete, the 3 servitors have performed their ultimate function, and and the pall of Xenos corruption is raised a little from the tomb of Acropis. The purification of the tomb of Acropis is well underway. With continued vigilance, the souls of all the PlanetSide personnel shall be protected from corruption. I am as disturbed as you at the signs of blasphemy in Acropis's tomb. Though others in the mission might have questioned my choices in pursuing this purification, I searched both emotional and logical imperatives and concluded this mission was justified. Hagiographies of Saint Regulavis, 9112. Purification is the prelude to annihilation. Logic demands we move on to that goal of annihilation soon, Magus. I think we will, Vidax. I think we will. We can at least start the boss mission. But first, let's not forget to upgrade our current loadouts. Now I'm thinking we replace Leonardus' Zenerite Axe with an upgraded Power Axe for the 6. That one of course takes 3 augments, but will be well worth it. It's practically a power halberd if you ask me. But if they say it's a power axe, I'm not the one to argue. And I'm thinking we can replace your current power axe with a Zenerite axe. That should be a good trade-off if you ask me. Then again, it's 2 to 4 physical with acid, so I suppose we can also give you a better power axe. Now, Plasma Culverin. Fires in a straight line, passing through all units, deals 6 to 8 energy damage to targets, destroys 1 energy armor. Machine Spirit destroys 3 energy and physical armor. If we compare it to Plasma Caliber, this one, 5 to 7, also 1 energy armor, and Machine Spirit destroys 2 energy and physical armor, so that's a straight upgrade. Which I suppose we can equip right away. Look at it. Absolute unit of a weapon. And replace the inferior energy enhancer with a better one. If we have it. I think we do. Or not yet. Yeah, looks like we'll have to see about getting it at some point. You get the superior cognition megadendrite. And the better Sanctus canister. So it looks like we are all set on this front. I'm thinking it's time we go after the Corrupted King. Curatio Macadendrite that heals 4 HP. Another Refractor Field Generator. And Cognition Gauge, Max Size Increase. Prime Hermeticon Caprix has located the possible sarcophagus of Lord Ubiao. Enter his tomb and destroy the diseased and insane Lord before he can fully awake. We'll face Death Marks, Flayed Ones, and Lord Ubiao himself. This should be good. Skitari operations in the Tomb of Ubiao report probable sarcophagus location. Target reanimation unknown. Ubiao is a plague upon Silver Tenebris. His ranting broadcasts have demoralized the Skitari to the point that they are barely maintaining a foothold in his tomb. If he wakes fully and becomes an active combatant, the Skitari will have to fall back. Target profile includes probable flare virus infection and extreme behavior unpredictability. Standard Necron Warform target protocols ineffective. New coursing solutions in progress. If we have a chance to cut out this cancer, then we must take it. Influence excision confirmed as objective. Lord Ubiao must die. Release the hounds. We know where he is, but we don't know what we'll find when we get there. Ubiao's mad, and the flare virus could have turned him into a monster. Mission priorities are speed, target identification, and mental resilience. Ubiao likely morale, as well as physical threat. What makes him difficult to fight is also the reason he has to die. I do not relish the fallout from this mission, Magi, but the consequences of letting Ubiao live are worse. Possible biological mechanical fusion requires attack solution recalculation. Recommend fire. Suits me. Fire works on everything. Indeed it does, Capra, indeed it does. Once again, a straight line to get to him, and suitably raising the tomb awake level. So we'll listen to that one as we go. The Tanger, I think, was the middle one. Yes. It almost looks like a ritual site. Do these things have a religion? Or it could be a trap. Several human skulls, still bloody and evidently recently removed from their former owners, sit in a circle on the floor. They appear to have been deliberately placed. It must be a trap. Avoid the circle. The cohort skirts around the ring of skulls. In doing so, they feel a weight of unseen oppression lift off them, as if they have left behind something sinister and unholy that meant to do them harm. They thank the Omnissiah for the deliverance. They are sure they have been granted. Another tomb, another glyph chamber, which contains... let's go with the left one, or the, right one. More cognition point, thank the Omnissiah. The crushed and mangled body of a Skitari lies among the detritus of this chamber. Unlike the other dead encountered in the tombs, it shows no sign of the Gauss blasters or of Necron warriors or the blades of the flayed ones. Instead, it looks to have fallen victim to a massive blunt trauma. Burn the body to put it beyond the use of the flayed ones. The body is rapidly consumed by the flames. The body is thereby prevented from being used as raw materials by the loathsome flayed ones. However, the thick, greasy smoke emitted by the fire forces the cohort to make a diversion from their planned route. Nothing there, just raising our Tomb Awake level. Possibly Ubiao. High-value target visual reference potential. A relief of a glowering Necron Lord looms from the wall of this chamber, visible through the smears of filth and gore that cover so much of the tomb of Ubiao. Ransack. Record. Remove. Relay picked grabs of the image to the Caestus Metallicon for study. Visual reference logged. Prior to flare virus infection, Ubiao's role potential enforcer of Necron laws. After clearing off the worst of the filth, the image of a Necron Lord becomes visible along with lesser Necrons submissive at his feet. The Lord carries the implements of punishment, a segmented whip and a cudgel. Yeah, judge, jury, and executioner, I suppose. High probability, trail of the prey. Close in on the quarry. Let the baying commence. The tracks of something huge run through this chamber, leaving gouges on the gore-smeared floor. Whatever it was, it left scraps of torn skin and globs of shredded muscle tissue in its wake. Follow the tracks cautiously so as to not alert the target. The cohort moves carefully along the route indicated by the tracks, maintaining stealth as much as possible. They're able to inspect some of the remains left in the wake of the creature, many of whom are Skitari, whose augmentations and gear can be salvaged as the cohort passes by. And here we go. A literal heart of the corruption. Lives of Gyarados 7360. If it has not a head to sever, cut out the heart. High value target confirmed. Combat capabilities confirmed. Biomechanical structure apparent. Hypothesis, reference, flare virus. Hybrid machine curse, bioviral infection. Imperative, acquire samples. The coursing is complete. The quarry is at bay. Strike for the kill. This chamber is dominated by a hideous sight. A mass of flesh and body parts pulses in the center of the chamber, like a cocoon assembled from the corpses of the tomb's dead. The mass is composed of both fresher Skitari dead and older, mummified corpse bodies, probably from the vanished settlers of St. Eckhardt's Hope. And fight we will. Now, if I recall correctly, the key in for this one is, let me double check. Had it written down here somewhere. And by written down, I of course mean an appropriate 1d6 Gen article. So there it is. A Necron Lord infected with the flare virus, he has painted himself in blood and donned a cloak made from the skin of victims decorated with bones and skulls. Aside from that, the flare virus made him go completely mad and can no longer tell the difference between dreams and reality. He sits at the top of a spiral monument and sends hordes of flares backed up by death marks. Every time you kill a flayed one, he gains 4 hit points, even beyond his maximum, and worse yet, there is no way to get CP except killing his troops. This makes abilities that grant CP valuable, and it is wise to swap out CP-intensive weapons for more basic gear. Luckily, he has no armor himself, meaning that even the most basic of guns and axes can hurt him. Also, major props if you kill him with a servitor. Well, I don't have a servitor, so I suppose we're just going to do this the old-fashioned way. By old-fashioned way, I mean... however it goes. So, Jeremiah up front, Leonardus, Manarius, Oriacus, and we deploy the Vanguard and one of the Rangers here. Come a little closer. It won't hurt too much. Endless legions. Or flayed ones. I'll take you up on it. And yes, indeed, there are no cognition point sources on the map. We'll do this the old-fashioned way. Oh, come on now. There's the blood protocol proccing. get you from this angle? No. The other flayed ones here? Doesn't look like it. So we gotta move up. Slow and deliberately as to not spend too many cognition points yet. This may get messy. How many HP do you got? 33. Just gotta be careful. Manarius will be relegated to occasional fire support for this one. Otherwise, things will get out of control quickly. Nope, not deploying anyone just yet. That was, however, very nice. We'll deal with him. Don't you worry. That may have been unnecessary, I'm thinking. And Sanctus Canister on ourselves. We get over here. We kill you. Get those 2 cognition points back. See you proc in the blood protocol. We continue our advance. Skitarii Vanguard comes up here, does some damage. Yeah, he rapidly gains health back, but nothing we wouldn't be able to handle, I'm sure. I am sure of it. I think we use the Gamma Pistol right away. Yeah, cleaning up the corpses does not give HP, only downing them. Here they come. Here we come, General, like a chemical spill. This one's gonna hurt, I have a feeling. But we got the points to spare right now, so best to make best to make use of it. I'll even pop cognition freedom so that we can use this Power X for free. And just like that, we shear off 13 health. We move up. What, the souls of those you killed? I'll take that as a yes. damage. Not too bad. Extra Necrons coming right up. Death marks, there they are. We're definitely gonna be dealing with those first things first, especially seeing as they're gonna do nasty shit like this. Now that's not nice, what you just did. But we will get our cognition points back, mark my words. Oh. Fine. You made it all political. Look what you did. Rather, look what you made me do. Let's see, who are up next? These two. Coming right up. Not a threat. If only we could find a way to... This should be enough, right? It was. And the death marks do not give maximum HP to this one. Delightful. Now let's just quickly clean it up. And get some cognition back. Pay attention to me, please. And we buff the Skitari Vanguard. Plus, let him come to us. Now, give me some of that cognition, thank you. Heal yourself up. And keep on striking. 11, very nice. Now we could pop Cognition Freedom in order to get rid of this flayed one with help of a heavy arc rifle. Yeah, I'm thinking we can do that. The 3-turn cooldown will be more than enough to deal with that, rather to get there. No body, no problem, but he's still gonna heal up, even if a little bit. I am working on it. More physical armor really helps. Once again, priority target detected. So I think we deploy Skitari Ranger Alpha for this one. Because we've got cognition points to spare, which is always nice. We deal with you. Oh, come on. We're supposed to cut it out with a power saw. Dude, I'm gonna. Oh, really? I see the problem now. Oh, do you? Still, nothing we cannot handle. As especially now, in our moment of triumph. That's not gonna stop me too, you know? Let them come, Uncle. Let them come. Oh, you bastard. Shooting point blank and doing a 360 no-scope on me! I will not let this stand. Absolutely out of the question. You're not some kind of elite sniper. You will be charged and tried according to our laws and customs. And you know what that means, boy. Past that one, so I suppose we just fix up Leonardus. He will need that in a second. And we stay right here. Let them come. Now we just have to tank that. Shouldn't be too much damage. 5. Yep, still not too much. Dealing with a death mark takes a bit of a priority. Especially when we do it clean and nice like that. Healed yourself up, very good. Next, I'm thinking we, once again, heal up our boys in red. Oh, believe me, I know you're suffering. I just don't have the endless legions to help out with that. I have one, maybe 2 people that help with that. And I'm always eternally grateful to them for that. That's one of the abilities Necrons should have. Eternal gratitude. Time to deploy the final Skitarii Ranger. Not quite enough to deal with it. That should be enough. Another one comes. 1 damage, I'll take it. Now God is good as dead. He's not God, of course. But it's the thought that counts. I'll get to you in a second. Yep, that one comes back up. Took a little too long. But look at that. Already eager to prove himself. That was inevitable, but this is where we pop rapid fire. Start dishing out damage. And a 1. And we definitely need to deal with that death mark immediately. And we move up. down goes the death mark. Not gonna get back up from that one. Same with this flayed one. And we continue our ascension. Pour on the damage. Oh, and disable him so that he cannot hit you in the face after that one. Give me those cognition points. Can't fix himself up just yet, so we'll just hit you with a power axe. 9 damage. Very nice. Another one. Now, do we try and do that, Menarius? This will eat heavily into our cognition points budget. So not yet. We'll let them clump up nice and tight. And then we'll see about unleashing hell. Not so fun now, is it? Another death mark. Of course, it immediately shoots and teleports away. But that's right where I want you to be. This is exactly how we're going to play it. Oh, this one actually has 1 energy armor. Who would have guessed? Still, away with you, vile beggar. And now I'm going to beat you to death. Strike 1. Strike 2. And 1 more cognition point to gain from you. Because you are a fascinating specimen. Anyone told you that? Maybe they didn't. You do get a bit of a heal from that one, I imagine. Or maybe not this time. Still, don't let them corner you. Take a shot, then fall back. Fighting retreat it is. Fighting retreat. Mechanicus will be more than enough to deal with this one. Tet for tat, fix up Leonardus and dispose of the body. Line them up. Another shot. We're still alive. Fix yourself up. Cognition freedom. Power field generator. Power X to the face. 11 damage, as expected. Manarius, your time to shine. Cognition freedom. Heavy arc rifle. Absolutely cleared, but that will give him a whole heap of... a hell of a burst heal. But it was worth it, I'm thinking. It was worth it.
I feel the sleepless nights ending. The nightmare turning to oblivion. At last. It is over.
In a turn it will be, don't rush things along. Yep, just took a sip. 2 damage. Bearable. In comes the asshole sniper. Now there's 2. But I will deal with you in a second. And you will give me your cognition points. Of that, you can rest assured. One more. Yeah, I should have popped the Sanctus canister. Still, this'll be good enough. Skitari Vanguard move up. In comes the second death mark. Up comes the second Skitari Ranger. Can you take a shot from this angle? No. Unfortunately. You'll need to stay put for now, so defensive matrix on... I can't quite see. So, delay that turn. We'll take a bullet, which is surprisingly low damage. Very good. Guess this one is just a pile of garbage for show. You can freely walk all over it, but somehow this one is untargetable. Don't know why. One of many life's mysteries, I suppose. Oh well, pour on the damage. Get that damage up in there. Get that damage up in there. 22 lucky strikes to deal with you. And then it's all over but the crying. I'll take it. I'll also take it. But now that with that we've got a full Cognition points bar left. Manarius, finish this fight. The hulking horror that is Lord Ubiao collapses to the ground in a mess of torn flesh and ruptured metal. The fusion of biological and mechanical parts prevents the remains from teleporting away in their entirety, leaving many gory chunks of Ubiao's structure oozing on the floor. The cohort can recover these after they have given the Omnissiah thanks for helping them prevail against such a monstrosity. Kill confirmed. Unmaking concluded. At great cost. None who witnessed Lord Ubiao will be the same. Even my new revolt struggled to contain the disgust and dread at such a sight. Bodies heal, minds heal. Lord Ubiao remains dead. Time is on our side. The tomb of Ubiao is still a moral threat, but with Ubiao gone, it will not continue to get worse. We may yet hold it, Caprix. We may yet be victorious on Silva Tenebris. Concept of victory is dependent on high-value target eliminations. There will be more calls to the chase. The hunt is not yet finished. And in that, she is correct. After all, we still have several bosses left to face. New Prayer of Plasteel. Now, how many left? First of all, there is the Lord Astronomer, and then the Overlord Zaragon. We've got 3 bosses before him left. Lord Astronomer Acropis, Grand Architect Neftusk, and Vizier Mhelob. But I suppose these can be tackled at another point in time, specifically next week, because it is getting somewhat late. Tonight was a very productive stream, if I do say so myself. So on that note, I would like to thank everyone present for coming. I'm hoping you're enjoying the game as much as I do. And I will see you all tomorrow. Peace out.